I just went live. It's on a starting scene, so everything's muted. Oh wait, no, it's not. Okay. 5, 4, 3. They can hear us, I know. 2, 1. I hope you heard the countdown. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Season 3 of the Bowl Council Podcast. We are back at it after a nice holiday break, and Season 2 was on and off, but we still had fun doing it. Today's guest is a... How long have you been in the community? About, almost a year now?
I think so, yeah.
I forget when I found your channel. That's how...
I forget. Yeah, I
I'm
forget
at
you.
the point
I
where I don't remember when I find all these new people now.
think I was still playing Kingdom Hearts, so it's been like a year because that was the very
Okay,
first
yeah.
game I
I'm pretty
played.
sure you were playing Kingdom Hearts when I found you.
Yeah,
Because I
I think
don't
so.
think I was actually looking at, Zelda at that point. But
I
anyway,
played like 2 Zelda games so far, so it's okay.
I mean, that's more Zelda games than I've ever played.
Oh god.
Anyway, welcome to the Bolt Council Podcast. Today's guest is none other than Cosmic Corner's very own, and New Celestial, I should say, Ocarina of Rachel.
Hey everyone.
And I should also say, just because, fellow Filipina,
Yeah.
if you say
Yeah.
Filipino, because they do the same thing that Spanish does with the conjugate and the A's and O's, so if you say you're dating a Filipino, you better hope that you're dating a boy. Or whatever people identify as nowadays.
Oh god. It's true.
I'm curious. Are they ever going to change their language or something to maybe not?
Change your language?
If someone said they want to go by they them pronouns, are they gonna change? Are they gonna change how they end certain words?
I don't know. That's actually a good question.
Because I don't think Spanish does that.
Yeah.
Then again, I talked to someone that lives in Mexico in Discord, and they said that they don't even alter anything for it, so probably not.
Yeah, probably not then.
So yeah, so welcome to the podcast. It's been long overdue, and I know we talked about getting you on for a while, actually.
I've joked about it ever since I met you, so I've been waiting for this star moment. Just say it.
All the messages of, oh, when am I going to be on a podcast? What about me? What about me? What about me? What about me?
I somehow convinced him to finally do it, so that's all that matters.
Well, I guess, just like in retail, nagging helps you.
Yeah.
As much as I don't want to admit that, but yeah. You can just nag your way, and you'll eventually get what you want.
You know, the customer's always right, so...
I hate that rule so much.
Me too. It's the worst thing ever.
That's the most bullshit thing ever.
You know what? Honestly, when is the customer ever right? Never.
They are right 1 out of 10 times, and the one time they are right, it's rarely because it's actually they're right. It's because some BS thing happens where your sign's wrong, so you have to give it to them.
Yep.
But inside your head, that's not the price you're supposed to be getting it, but you're lucky that we didn't catch on to something.
Oh, for sure.
This one person who, this one lady came into my store today, and she was saying that a certain size of men's thermal shirts were supposed to be $7.99, and they were definitely big and tall size, and they were bringing up $15. Mm-hmm. And she just nagged me about it being $7.99. I'm like, I just want you out of here right now, and I just want these things out of my store. So I don't even care right now.
Well, you're the problem. You're the one that's making them the right one. It's not them. I'm kidding.
I mean, hey, I'm the manager now, so if I mark it down, that's on me.
True.
That was my prerogative. So if they want to question it, hey, I have powers now.
True. Oh god.
So before I get myself fired, not that my coworkers know about this anyway.
You know, we just cancel this whole part out. We don't talk about this part anmore, so goodbye.
I could edit this out if I wanted to.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's true.
Edited worse.
Oh god, I don't want to know about that. I don't want to know.
Actually,
knowing
you know what? This might have been the worst I've edited out. Surprisingly, I've kept this whole thing clean in the almost a whole year since I've been doing this.
I'm so proud, but I might be the one to make it go downhill now. I mean, like half of our conversations.
I mean, I think the worst thing I've ever had a guest say was, now known as Ricky the Cowboy, was talking about how Goofy is the only Disney character to canonically have had sex. Because he has a kid.
I don't want to think about that.
And then you're like, wait, so what about Mickey? I mean, you can understand Donald because he's just Donald Duck.
Okay, let's switch.
Yep.
Let's switch topics.
See, we're already off topic.
Oh my god. This is just our daily lives. It's okay.
I mean, if they think this is bad, they should see our DMs. There's nothing worse than a DM between two people. If you think they're all hardcore
normal
Christian people of the Lord, wait till you see their DMs and see what filth you read.
That is honestly the truest thing I've ever heard.
You think you know someone until you actually start talking to them privately.
Or until you get them in bed, you know?
Well, I mean, I can't speak for that.
Okay, alright.
By the way, guys, there's a channel for reduction called Ask the Guest. We can answer that stuff later if you want. Just kidding. Well, but that is true, but don't ask that sort of stuff.
Yeah, no, I won't answer it.
And we already got one lewd emote in the chat. Anyway, so the number one question I always ask people, because the first episode is always more of a get to know the guest episode. So the big question we always ask, and by we I mean me, who or what got you into streaming?
So, honestly, I was always such a loner growing up. Well, not really a loner. I had my friends, but no one really played video games in my friend group, if that makes sense. So, I was like, you know what? Let me, this is going to sound so weird, but I was like, let me look up someone playing Outlast, like weird, Outlast on YouTube. Mm-hmm. So I watched PewDiePie. I know this is not streaming, but I watched PewDiePie. So, yeah, he's still around. He's still around. Yeah. But so that is actually what got me into, watching people. And then my brother, he was like, look, there's this thing where you can play Pokemon with other people. And, I'm not a Pokemon person, so I was like, I don't care, whatever. And, do you know on Twitch that play Pokemon by pressing like a button or whatever with the chat? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So that's actually what got me into Twitch, is that Pokemon thing. And then I found people just playing Skyward Sword because I'm such a big Skyward Sword fan. Mm-hmm. And that got me into realizing, wow, this is actually so cool, like to have a community. But I was so nervous back then. This was back when I was still in high school. Mm-hmm. And then it took me a good couple of years to open up. And then just one day I was like, you know what? I'm going to open up. I'm going to finally do what I always wanted to do. And I just started streaming.
Okay.
And ever since then, I was like, wow, I met so many cool people. And this is honestly the coolest thing I've ever done. And I'm so happy I did it.
Okay.
So happy.
Any
thanks to PewDiePie.
So any notable names that have been around since since day one?
Like people I talk to?
Yeah.
So my very first follower actually still stops by in my streams, mm-hmm. which is so cool to think about. His name is Brother Martian, and he's honestly the sweetest person you can ever meet, and I love him so much. And then Dawn was one of my very first people too. Yeah, look. Because you started back in my Kingdom Hearts days. Those were my very first OG people, I would say.
Okay.
And then Arya. I'm still friends with Arya. So those three people, they're still around. They're still kicking it. And I'm like, you guys are the best. I love you guys. Thank you.
What about
honestly?
What about Demi?
She didn't come around until a little later. I actually found her. Demi, by the way, if anyone knows, Demi is my mod. I love her so much. Mm-hmm. And she was around when I was playing Skyward Sword.
Okay.
So I love her.
I remember
I love her so much.
the three of us and that one other person were having quite the conversation in your chat like a week and a half ago.
Oh my god, we don't talk about that. Stop. No, Don, we don't.
Yeah, we're not talking about that.
That's for my streams only. That's like personal. I'm kidding.
That's that's a whole other conversation right there.
Yes. If you guys want a little sneak peek, it's just about butts.
Yeah. Just your normal everyday chaos.
Yeah, just just talk about butts. Why not? Now, what about the butts? We don't talk about.
That's
Yeah, you had to be there.
Yeah, you had to be there for that one.
Oh God.
I can still see like just me, Demi, and I forget who the other one was, just laughing in your chat the entire time.
I really don't remember how that started. I think it was you that started all this.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was me.
Probably. You find all my times where I say the craziest things. Out of context things.
I mean, there's a whole channel that is in my honor dedicated to such a thing.
Literally, and I think you're the only one that posted it, and that's fine because I think no one else understands.
It's literally my channel now.
It is. It is. Dawn only. Dawn specifically.
There's something about frogs in there that I won't mention.
Which is funny to talk about frogs because I actually do not like frogs at all.
Remember that was it on Instagram or TikTok that I sent you? The Man I Love Frogs one?
Oh my god.
Was that Instagram?
Yes.
I think it was Instagram actually.
I think it was Instagram. I don't think we follow each other on TikTok.
I don't even know I don't know who I follow on TikTok.
Honestly, same.
Honestly,
I barely use it.
I forget I have TikTok every day. I think I went like a good month without even looking at it, and like, oh yeah, I have TikTok.
It's good because you can get very, very addicted to watching it. I can go an hour when I'm supposed to be sleeping just on TikTok.
I can do that on Instagram Reels, but I can't do that with TikTok.
It's the same thing. What's the difference?
One's TikTok. That's the difference.
Oh my! Oh, because of the name.
Because
wow.
Because I honestly don't like TikTok.
TikTok. I love how you're saying it. TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok. I've known to emphasize certain things when I speak.
That's okay.
Like,
that's okay.
Like when Gosi was saying whenever I say bitch, I have like some emphasis to it or something.
You emphasize on bitch?
Yeah.
What?
I don't know. You know, Ghosty sees things in me that I always question, but hey.
You know what?
If you're seeing something that you like about me that I question, then good for you.
I mean, true.
Just like how I would question how we're cozy streamers at times.
I don't think I'm a cozy streamer.
I don't think I'm cozy either, but here we are in the conflict corner.
For real, you see me playing horror games. I'm over there, I'm crying, cursing, screaming everywhere. It's the opposite of cozy. I can't. Even playing Zelda, like Zelda is not scary, but I'm over there just like screaming, like,
you know,
thing out.
I think Zelda could have its horror moments in it.
Yeah, especially the one I'm playing.
Yeah,
it's a little dark.
I get a random jump scare playing Ocarina of Time sometimes.
With the Redeads? It better be the Redeads.
Yeah, Redeads, those Skulltula things that just drop down from the ceiling for no reason.
Are you really? Are you being serious?
When you're in when you're in the Great Deku Tree trying to go whatever it's called in there before it dies anyway. Sorry if I spoiled Ocarina of Time for anybody. It's been out for a while. It's been out for like 30 years now, so I'm not sorry.
Nope, not sorry anymore. You should have played.
You should have played, honestly. And you should have been a lot further than I am.
Don, have you even played it?
I got halfway through the game on Ocarina of Time 3DS, thanks to a YouTube walkthrough, because I am not smart enough to complete Zelda on my own.
Which is funny, that means you've gotten farther than me.
So thanks to YouTube, I can finish a Zelda game, but if you ask me to play a Zelda game now without a guide, I wouldn't know what I'm doing.
Have you played Breath of the Wild?
I have not played anything after the N64 titles, or actually no, I've only played the two N64 ones.
How are
And
we friends?
I ask
I don't get
myself
it.
how I have all these Twitch friends every day myself.
Same.
All
Same. I feel
300
that.
and take away the bots, well, take away the burners, they're like just people's duplicate accounts, and 300 and maybe 70.
Take away the bots, and then maybe I have
Actually, no,
two.
wait, I don't have bots because Teddy would have taken them out already.
True. Don't worry. I say that too. I look at my followers and I'm like, just take away all the fake people, and I probably have 5 real people in there.
Well, they say, well, I always say you can have 400 followers, but then you only average like 4 viewers.
Yeah.
The unfortunate truth
Yeah.
behind your Twitch numbers that no one talks about.
I know it sucks, but it's okay. It's okay.
You probably average 10% of your followers, so
And you know what? I love those people that come back every time.
exactly.
They're the best.
Mhm.
They're the OGs. And Dawn's not one of them.
I'm not an OG, but I'm an MVP. I mean, I'm a VIP.
You are a VIP in my channel.
All right, so on to the next bit. Coming up with your Twitch name. I'm sure it's very obvious to some people, but for anyone who's seen you for the first time and doesn't probably understand what your Twitch name is,
Ocarina of Rachel.
yeah.
If you do not know what my name is, you probably should not be following me. I'm kidding. Totally kidding. Okay. So the way I found my Twitch name is very, very basic and boring. So don't expect a very cool story. So, before I started streaming, I wanted to join the Zelda community on Twitter. And I was like, you know what? Let me just create a Twitter and let me just, become friends with them. So I did that. And I was like, I'm not creative at coming up with names at all. So I was like, you know what? There's this very popular Zelda game that everyone loves, which is Ocarina of Time. Let me see if Ocarina of Rachel is available. And you know what? It was. So there is my name. That's how it happened. And funny in fact, I actually have another Twitch account out there that we'll never talk about because I don't use it. And that was my very first Twitch account. And well, I'll just say the name. The name was Raspy Rachel.
Do you still remember the password for it?
No, I don't. That's why I came up with this account. I couldn't log into the other one. It's so fun.
Now that you mention it, I think I have another Twitch account that I don't know the password for.
Oh my
And
god.
I'm not talking about my bot account.
You have a bot account?
Oh, the one I use for Mix It Up.
Mix it up? I don't know what that
It's
is.
the thing I use for, so if I did like exclamation point raid, it should show up under, actually no it doesn't, because you would have to give the sub to your alternate account for it to have the emotes, so for certain things it would have a message show up, but it would show up under the account Bulk Council Droid.
I've always wondered how people did that. I am not a whatever it's called technology person at all.
So as
At
my
all.
mod just did, it shows up under my name because I don't feel like gifting a sub to myself, as unselfish as that sounds.
You need to show me how to do that because I've been wondering how people did that.
I will definitely show you how to do that.
Yeah, because I use Nightbot and I do not want to
So,
gift Nightbot a thing.
I started with Nightbot as well, and then I just eventually got rid of it after like a few weeks.
Oh, really?
Yep.
You didn't like it?
I liked it. It's just I just started learning how to use Mix It Up at that point.
Okay. I know what I'm doing after this.
But surprisingly, I think a lot of people I follow in here use Nightbot instead of Mix It Up. Whether it's
I'm
because
one.
they're just too lazy to make the switch at this point is probably the big reason why, if I were to guess.
Are you calling me lazy?
No, I'm just saying you just have everything set in one bot already, so you just don't feel like copying and pasting everything.
It's okay. Dawn's chat. We all know that Dawn just doesn't like me. He called me lazy.
We secretly hate each other.
I mean, I believe it. He insults me all the time in DMs. I mean,
I think we trade jabs at each other.
we do. We're equally mean. Equally.
Imagine if we knew Tagalog. Or if one of us knew Tagalog and we could just say whatever we want and like, she's talking shit about me, but I don't know what it is.
I do know a few words,
a
few mean words, but I can't say it.
I know maybe one mean word, and is it even mean to say that word now? I don't even know, but anyway.
Well, I don't want to say it because I'm like, just in case there's someone out there that knows Tagalog, I'm not going to say it.
I don't think I have any followers that actually know Tagalog.
Well, the word is bakla.
That's what I was thinking of.
Look at us, same brain. We're the same people. I love that.
It's funny
I love that for us.
I know more words that my mom never used when I was a kid. She never said that word.
Yeah. No, my mom said that word a lot when I was growing up. A lot.
So
Filipinos are mean. We'll just come out and say that. Filipinos are the meanest people you can ever meet.
Wait, we have to save that for later.
Okay. We won't talk about that.
That's gonna be a nice juicy topic in probably like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Now watch me lie and it'll be like 5 minutes.
You know what? I'm just gonna answer everything shortly just so we can get to that part.
Oh yeah. Let's go. Question 3. Your very first stream, what were you doing?
Okay, so my very first official stream?
Whatever you want to call your very first stream. Because technically my first stream was Doki Doki Literature Club, but then I say it's actually Pokemon.
I have no idea what that is, but my very first official stream was Kingdom Hearts. Okay. I remember it specifically because I posted it on Hover, if anyone even knows what Hover is. I posted it on Hover, and everyone was on there saying, "You did the game wrong! You shouldn't have done Tarzan first. You should have done Alice in Wonderland first." And I'm like, "I'm sorry, I don't know Kingdom Hearts." I'm like,
backseat gamers.
Literally, they're the worst people ever. And I mean, it took me a good 2 hours to beat Tarzan because I sucked anyway. But still, I'm like, let me play the game how I want to be, instead of trying to tell me what to do.
Isn't Tarzan the first world you go to anyway?
No, it's actually Alice in Wonderland. Alice in Wonderland is easier, so
that's right, it is.
They recommend. I think Tarzan is supposed to be the third or second. I can't remember, but I did it first, and I eventually beat it, so that's all that matters.
Hey, you progressed through the game however you want.
I know, and I did Kingdom Hearts 2. I'm proud.
There you go.
Somehow. Don't know how I did that.
And then you beat Vanitas in Birth by Sleep by doing cartwheels while Mickey Mouse did all the fighting.
What? Look. You just have to do it my way and you'll never die.
Yeah, so for those of you who are going to be playing Birth by Sleep anytime soon, just spam dodge roll when you're fighting with Mickey Mouse. Let him chip away at the boss's damage until you get to that final bit because your allies are not allowed to do the final hit on a boss.
Yeah.
So that's when you come in, land your one hit,
and then you win.
You beat the boss, and then you're on to the next part of the game.
You can take all the credit because who's gonna say that you're not the one that beat the boss?
So basically,
no one.
So basically, you're the person in your high school group project that did nothing but talk to their friends, and then you put your name on it before everyone that did their work turns it into the teacher.
Yep. I hated those people. Hated them so much.
I hated them too. They were the worst.
Don't lie. We all know you were one of them.
No, I was not, actually. Actually, no, wait. There was probably one time during senior year where I literally had no involvement in a group project, but outside of writing my name on it.
I don't remember senior year. I was barely there. I'll be completely honest.
Really?
Yeah. I somehow convinced Ian to check me out a lot. Because he was on my checkout list.
Well,
That's the way to do it.
all I can say is you definitely succeeded, I guess.
I did. Not, you know what? Somehow now I'm almost a teacher.
There you go.
Look, the the story of this is just don't show up to school and you'll still succeed. I'm kidding. Don't listen to that advice.
That's
We don't talk about
that's
that.
the best advice I've ever had.
Oh God.
That's the advice you need when you're getting ready for college and everything. Don't go to class.
Just don't show up. You'll be fine.
Your teacher's not, unless attendance is part of the grade, but that's a different story.
And, yeah, honestly, in college they don't care if you show up or not because they make the money no matter what.
Oh, yeah.
So as long as you pass,
Oh, yeah.
that's all that matters.
Yep.
Oh God, we're horrible. Don't listen to us.
And it's great when the teachers are the one giving that advice because you would think of all the time they dedicate in the classrooms that they would tell you to go to class and everything, but no, don't go to class.
Look, don't judge me, but when there's like almost no kids in my classroom, it's the best day. So please don't bring your kids to school.
Not going to class today because I have 2 packets of ramen noodles left.
I have to eat it. I have to.
It's the college student diet.
It really is.
Ramen noodles and probably like those small chip bags you get for like 50 cents at a Walmart.
Oh God.
That's a lot of sodium there.
No, like
what is it like? So for like ramen noodles, hot pockets. What else do college students eat nowadays?
and it's like over 1,000 sodium, whatever it's called, in those things. Like, how did we survive? How did we live? How did we not die of thirst?
You should not have went through your first semester without like high blood pressure or
For
some
real.
really bad medical condition by the time you graduate.
We should all be like, we can't go out in the sun or we will melt. Is that how that works?
Basically,
No.
nowadays that's how people are like.
Yeah, they don't like going outside.
I don't
They don't.
even think kids know what going outside means anymore.
They don't, which is sad because I grew up being outside until like the street lights came on,
Yeah, me too.
and now they're just like, oh, I got a Nintendo Switch. Let's play this instead.
Oh yeah.
We can't talk. We're over here. We're streamers. So that's what we do.
Well, at least we knew what playing is.
True. That's true.
Now
That
the
is
kids
true.
have to be in gym class to get off their feet for more than 2 seconds.
I hate a gym class.
You didn't like gym class?
Yeah. No. Look, I hate singing, but I forced myself to do chorus, so I didn't have to do gym class all 3 years of middle school.
Really? Wait, in my high school, you had to do 4 years of gym, and then you had to do, I think, a year of like a musical elective or something.
Really?
Yeah.
I was in drama, believe it or not. I have terrible stage fright, but I was in drama. I don't know how I survived.
I would.
Which is very, very, very surprising because, so, I was in this one play with one of my friends at the time, and it turns out that my now fiance was watching that play, and and I was like a wife to one of his best friends right now
Oh.
in the play. You know how life turns out. It's crazy.
Did you have to kiss him too?
No. It was nothing like that. We were in high school. I don't think they go that far.
Maybe if the 2 main characters are dating, maybe they'll actually kiss.
Maybe, but
As
not in that
dating
play.
real life, but not if it's like we're just in a play together and there's a scene there where it'll look like you're kissing.
Yeah. Oh, I think my drama teacher said just put one of your hands in front of your mouth, so it looks like you're kissing. And I'm like, you can obviously tell when you're in the crowd that there's a hand in the middle of them. But I mean, oh well, whatever.
You got some random person just kissing the other side of your hand, and then you're like, I guess in your case you're probably like, oh, he better be cute.
I did. Look, this is all before I met Ian. Okay, so Ian, if he's listening, he can't say nothing. I would. I had this one scene, and I really hoped we would have kissed. Just that's all I can say. Not his friend. Not his friend. Was it was just a random boy in my drama class.
The one cute kid in your class that you
Yeah.
didn't talk to.
Yeah, I was a very nervous girl back then. I was so shy. I'm still
I
shy.
mean,
Wish-
who wasn't like a socially awkward kid back in high school?
The popular people.
Well, besides
Honestly.
them, besides the
I mean-
jocks and the people that had the balls to do anything.
Yeah, I think everyone had low-key social anxiety and no one knew about it back then.
Hell, I couldn't even say more than hi to some people.
Really?
Yeah, like all the cute girls in my class, like I can say hi to you, but I have no game to take it beyond that.
Hi, bye. Hi,
Like
bye.
after that, like you gotta talk to me because I'm just gonna be too socially awkward to say anything else.
Dawn, this is you gotta pick it up a little.
Oh,
You can do it.
Me in real life, no game. Me behind the screen or a keyboard, all the confidence in the world.
That's how I am. Like you see me talking a lot right now, but
Yep.
if you meet me in real life, I will not be talking this much.
Me either.
It's so funny. Like I think it's so funny how that works.
And if I do say anything in person, I'm just nervously trying to force things out.
Yes, because you don't want to make it awkward.
Yeah.
Demi, my mod, she always talks about meeting, like, because I want to go to LA one day.
Mhm.
So she always wants to meet me. And I'm like, girl, I want to meet you so bad, but I promise once we meet, you might wish you didn't meet me. Really? Because we talk so much.
Mhm.
But as soon as I see you in person, I'm going to break down. I'm just not going to be there. I'm like shaking and crying, you know, it's what social anxiety people do.
Oh, yeah.
It's the worst. I hate it. I hate it so much.
Just have a nervous breakdown on your way to like see them in the airport or something.
Yeah. Yeah, like I'm gonna call her right now saying, Demi, I'm sorry, but I think the airplane crashed. I can't come no more.
No, I wouldn't say that. I also wouldn't want you to say that.
Well, she'll be like, girl, you're calling me. Whoa, that don't make sense. I don't know.
Oh my god. Demi, if you hear this and you get that excuse, just text back saying bullshit.
Bullshit. I know you're here. I was playing Phasmophobia with her yesterday and we were talking about meeting up and I said, yeah, let's meet up in Vegas. In Vegas.
Vegas?
Yeah. Because LA is only 4 hours away from Vegas.
Is it?
I took that trip once when I went to Vegas. It's really not bad. Yeah, we went through Death Valley, and I was like, "Oh no, I'm gonna die in Death Valley," because I don't know if you ever heard
Fitting place to
about
die.
that. Because there's nothing in Death Valley. Have you been there?
No.
You need to. There's nothing. But desert.
See? And nobody to find you.
Exact. Look, take this out of your podcast, but if you want to kill someone, take them to Death Valley.
Oh, I might have to edit that out there.
Yeah, take that part out. But I'm just saying for everyone that's listening
All
right
I'm
now.
saying is live chat is live chat heard that.
It's okay because you'll never find anything from me because I will never have the balls to do it. That sounds bad because I would never do it. Oh my god, I'll just stop talking. Okay, I'll just stop.
All right, next one.
Next question.
So, what got you into gaming? And hopefully not trying to kill people.
It's not. So, my very first experience with gaming is with Ocarina of Time, which is very ironic because of my name.
Yeah.
So, my brother was the was a gamer growing up. Okay, so fun fact, I didn't really get into gaming until I started Twitch.
Really?
So, yes, so everything I'm playing right now is really technically a first time playthrough for me. But so I would sit in the bedroom with my brother. He had a couch in his room, so I was like really always freaking jealous of him, by the way. But so I would sit on the couch with my brother playing Ocarina of Time, and all I can remember at 6 years old, I think, on the N64. Yeah, I think it's the N64. But I'll just remember sitting on the couch, and my very first memory of all this was with the Redeads. And I just looked at my brother, and I'm like, how did you do that? I think I would have a heart attack. Of course, I was 6 years old. I didn't say stuff like that. Yeah. But ever since then, that was like my very first time watching someone play games. I think I was meant to be on Twitch because I always grew up just watching people no matter what. And then, my favorite game is Skyward Sword. So after Ocarina of Time, I didn't watch anything that my brother played until he played Skyward Sword. And then I watched the whole playthrough through him. Like, he knew to get me every time he opened up that game. So I just watched him, and I just think it's funny. Like, I feel like everyone has that older brother time when they would just watch their older brother play a video game. I feel like everyone has one of those, and that's really what got me into it, and that's what got me into Zelda was my brother. So, Shout out to my brother. I love you. Also, shout out to my brother, because without him, I wouldn't have started Twitch, because he's actually the one that bought me Kingdom Hearts.
Oh.
Yeah. So I wouldn't have been here if it wasn't for him, honestly.
Interesting.
I know.
We'll have to,
I love him.
We'll have to clip you saying I love you and send it to him, just in case he doesn't hear it enough.
No, he hears it. I tell him that every time, and he'll just look at me and be like, who are you? I'm kidding. You know how siblings go.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So he bought you Kingdom Hearts. That's a good brother.
Yes, he is, and he's so proud of me. Like, every time, if I have a good day on my stream, I go to him. I go to Ian, but I also go to my brother, and he's always so excited. I remember my first day back to streaming after I took a little break when I was on the cruise, and I had the best stream that day, the very best. My average was 32 average, and my highest peak was 88. That's the most I've ever had.
Wow.
And my brother was like, oh my God, Rachel, you're famous now. I said, don't let that one stream tell you, because watch, the next time I go back, it'll be back to normal. But still, I thought that was pretty cool.
It is.
See, moments like that. You have to live for moments.
Yeah, exactly. You got the one big raid, and then your numbers are ridiculous.
Yes, which is actually funny talking about raids, because that's actually what helped me get affiliate. I don't think we're supposed to. Yeah, I don't think we were going to talk about affiliate, but so what got me into affiliate? I remember everything. I was playing Kingdom Hearts 2. I was in the Nightmare Before Christmas portion, and I got raided by someone with 32 people.
Oh wow!
And I was so embarrassed, because I had a friend at the time that had a similar name. I'm not gonna say any of their names because my friend's not streaming anymore. Yeah. But so hold on. Okay, sorry. But so I just glanced at it, and I just saw the number 32, and that's my biggest raid. That was my first raid ever, my biggest raid, and I was I was having a mental breakdown inside me, and I was like, oh my God, thank you for the raid, blank. You're so awesome. I love you. And I called the person a she, because the person I knew was a she. And I just looked over at my chat, and they go, she? This person's a he. Oh. I was like,
don't get canceled now.
I was so embarrassed. I said, oh, I don't blame you for unfollow. No, I mean that didn't happen, of course,
Yeah.
but I was like, I don't blame you if you unfollow me. Actually, I was like, oh, I feel so embarrassed. So that's how I reached affiliate. That story will
Okay.
always stay there in my heart. It was funny. I can't.
Damn, you misgendered somebody on your way to affiliate.
Watch, if I ever reach partner, it's probably gonna be the same way. I'm gonna misgender someone, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. I promise you, this is not who I am. Oh god.
Oh my god. Don't get canceled on your way to. Oh my god.
I'm trying. Look. It's so easy.
We're gonna get canceled before we even get close to partner.
It's so easy to get canceled, and it's so sad, honestly. Oh god. Okay,
Oh,
next
boy.
question before we both get canceled.
Hey, I didn't misgender anybody. You're the one that did it.
Look.
Ooh, this one.
Oh god.
So for anybody from Rachel's community who I believe found out before I ever did, because when you're a streamer, you have everyone else's Discord server on mute. It's a very mutual mute between you and like 80 other people.
Yeah, that's true.
But,
That's true.
So yeah, so what? How long has it been? Like 10 days now?
Since I've been engaged?
Yeah.
It's been since the 2nd. That's when it happened.
Wow, so 2 weeks now then.
Yeah. Still not there.
That's right. You had to get the ring resized because someone didn't know what
Yeah.
size to get. I mean.
I can't blame him.
So yeah, so as of a couple weeks ago, our friend Rachel here got engaged.
I did.
Was it during or after the cruise?
During. It
During
was
the
the
cruise.
first, yeah. It was the first stop.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
And there was a very funny story behind the picture that I saw.
Do you have the picture?
I could find it real quick.
Oh my god.
As long as you don't mind me sharing it.
No, I don't mind. It's on my Discord. It's okay.
Alright, let me find it real quick. And this is why you always join for the live episode now, because you're gonna miss stuff. Where is it?
Oh, that Burger King? Yeah, that's where I got engaged. Did y'all know that? I'm kidding.
Alright, where does...
It's under selfies, I think.
Is it selfies? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it was selfie. Here it is. Okay.
You gotta click in.
Uh-oh.
Click in. Because, look, the first thing you're gonna see is what happened.
And here we are. Ah, geez, I didn't realize the picture was that big.
Oh god. You're just showing off the cruise ship. Wow, look how beautiful that is. Oh, I hate this picture. I want everyone to know I freaking hate this picture so much. Oh god, but look, does anyone see it?
Hold on. I should, hold on. Let me... if there was a way to zoom in on this right now, I would. So for those of you who can't really see, just look at how the box is facing.
If you're gonna propose to someone, just know that the box has to be on the other side.
Yep. So Peep, Rachel's fiance proposing, but the box is open to where the ring is facing him.
It's okay. If you personally know Ian, oh yeah, he's always in my stream. I say his name, so it's okay. But if you personally know Ian, you know that this is perfect for him. It's just his personality. I love him. Literally.
He probably had a whole spiel, and then he opens the box like that.
So he knew that I did not want to get asked in front of people, which is funny because I always, ever since I met him, I said, the day you asked me, it gotta be at Disney World. It gotta be at Disney World in front of, you know, the Magic Kingdom, like not Magic Kingdom, the castle.
Yeah,
but he knew that I did not like to be like in front of people. So this was actually perfect because little did you know, this picture, he didn't ask me anything at this moment. Like everything was just silent. Like literally, like he just like pulled it out and like smiled at me. And because he knew that that's not me, you know what I mean? And he was like, we're just gonna get this old man to take a picture of us, and we just wanted to, like, you know, pretend that we're getting engaged at that 1 second. But that's actually not how it happened. So we're actually behind Mahogany Beach, that sign. And he was like, oh, we need to get this picture. Can you take this picture for us? Like this guy that was with us. And I was like, okay, yeah, that'd be cute. So this is like my personality coming out. I was behind Mahogany Beach and I was like, okay, it'll be cute. Come here, come with me. And he goes, no, we have to be in front. And I look at him and I say, that's going to be the ugliest picture. We have to be behind. And he goes, no, we have to be up front. So the old man's like, just calm down. It's okay. We can take 2 pictures. So I was like,
the random person being the peacemaker in this situation.
I know. I was like, fine, whatever. I guess we'll take a picture in front. And then he just gets down on one knee. And, you know, like I was like freaking out. I didn't know what to say. I was just standing there, like, you know, like when you're getting proposed to, you think you know what's gonna happen. You think you're gonna cry your eyes out. You think you're gonna be like jump up and down and say yes, yes, yes. No, I just stood there. I just stared.
Wow.
I was like, I didn't know what to say. And then everyone like around was saying congratulations, congratulations. And then I just hear someone in the background say, did she say no?
Oh.
Standing there.
Don't do that.
I said, I mean, no, I did not say no. What? So I was like, okay, let me hug him and kiss him. So they know that I didn't say no, but I was like, oh my god. You know, this is just us. This is our personalities. Like, this just shows who we are as people. But it's okay. Because, you know what? We don't have to talk about that proposal again.
Well,
but he took me out to, like, we went to, like, a very pretty place. Like, and he sat me down and then he actually asked me, and it was, like, very romantic. But
okay.
I'll just always remember this photo as me saying, no, that's going to be a freaking ugly picture. And just someone saying, did she say no?
Well, I hope the best man roasts him for this picture when you have when your day finally comes.
Oh my god.
Whoever his best man is, you have to show him this picture and tell him to roast him for opening the box the wrong way.
Yeah, like this picture, like it's just a mess. It's just a straight up mess. But it's okay, because I love it, but I hate it, but I love it. Because, like, look at my outfit. I'm, like, half wet.
I was gonna say, why is your... like, what? How did you get wet?
Because we're at a beach. What do you mean, how did I get wet?
Okay, just making sure like, you didn't spill something on yourself.
Like, so, okay. Alright. This is gonna, it's gonna make me sound crazy. So please, no one get mad at me. So, I am a very snoopy girl. And he went, so we're staying at his friend's house, and he went out to go get food because, you know, like, that's how we ate because we didn't have, like, a kitchen. And he gave me his phone because his phone was dying, mine wasn't. So I was like, okay, here, just have my phone, but you have to give me your phone.
Oh.
And so he did. He probably thought he deleted everything. Oh, he knows this story, so if he's listening, it's okay. But so I was like, okay, I'm bored. Let me go through like your messages with your dad.
What?
And all I read was the messages I read was does your grandpa know? And he replied back saying, no, only you and her mom knows. And then everything else after that was deleted. And I was a little curious. I was like, what is this about? So something in my mind made me go through his email.
Oh, jeez.
And that's where I found the ring. I just heard him laugh. I think he's listening. But I was like, let me go through your email. So I went through his email and I found it. And I was like, the whole time, I was like saying something to him. I was like, so are we getting engaged? Are we getting engaged? Oh, you're going to be the worst person ever because this is the cutest time to ask me. Knowing that I already knew it was happening. So, moral of the story, can't hide anything from me because my mom. So Ian told my mom about it, and then my mom told my brother, and apparently the first thing my brother says is, "How did he hide this from her?" Like even my brother knows you can't hide anything from me. Little did everyone know I found out. So, but still, it's okay. It's okay. I hid it from him until like after he asked. I was like, I want you to know I did know. Like I found it, and the whole time I was trying to look for this ring, and I couldn't find it because every time I started looking for it, he came back into the room. I was like, "Fuck you." Look, I think you made a great person to have on your show today.
It's always the fun part is trying to figure out who to start things off with. And I think this is a great start to the new season.
Yeah, exactly.
So let me hide Ian's shame now.
Let's go to the next question. Goodbye.
So this is the part where this is when I was looking forward to the most.
Oh, the Philippines. Oh, look, I totally forgot about that. The Philippines.
Growing
God.
up Filipino, it's always. You've probably seen videos of like living with Asian parents on YouTube and all the little things that you just look at and you're like, what? And then you go to your Asian friend's house and it's all true.
It's the truest. Like everything that you watch or listen to, it's so true. Like Asian parents are the meanest parents. Yep. Like if you gained 3 pounds, they have no shame to be like, you're fat.
Yep.
And then after they call you fat, they're like, oh, are you hungry? Come eat. Ain't that true, Dawn? I know you know that's true.
It's true. I can't tell you how many times I was told you're getting chubby. And then 5 minutes later, you want something in McDonald's? Like, what? So you're gonna say that, and then you're gonna pour salt into the wound.
Are you hungry? Come eat. Oh, you shouldn't eat, sweetheart. You're gaining a couple pounds. Like, you just offered me all this food. Like, what?
And you're always required to have, like, at least seconds when you're at dinner.
Yes. Yes. Oh my gosh. Also, Filipino parties. You go to them, right?
God. I haven't been to one in, like, 12 years.
12 years. Oh my gosh, but you know how it is.
Oh, yeah.
They have they have the karaoke.
Oh yeah, the karaoke. The same people that don't know English that insist on singing Dancing Queen.
Yes.
until you get to like the third line of the first verse, and then you realize, oh wait, I don't know how to speak English.
Oh my gosh,
Then they
yes.
grab the microphone, they hit the stop button, and then they put on a song in Tagalog, and all of a sudden everything's fine.
Everything's fine. Luckily, everyone in my
Mhm.
family knew English, so we didn't really have
Yeah,
that problem.
and
But
it's always Dancing Queen for some reason.
which is funny. Yes, Dancing Queen, but also for my family, it was the Barbie song. You know, the
Oh
I'm
yeah,
a Barbie
yeah.
girl
Hmm.
in a bar, like that one. Like I, all the kids sang that song. Like we had like
Hmm.
the microphone like in front of all of us, and we were
Yep.
just singing it.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah.
you know,
All the kids
and
sang
then
that song, and all the adults sang Dancing Queen.
yes, yes.
And I was
Like
like the one kid that never wanted to do those songs.
I never sang.
I
You can take my
was
Filipino card. Yes, you can take it, but I never sang.
so I remember growing up. My mom had this one friend, and whenever they did karaoke, I insisted that I had to sing "Shave with My Heart" by I think it's Backstreet Boys.
I don't know that song.
I'm sure you know the
Sing it for us.
song, but
Sing it, Don. Sing
oh
it.
geez, not now, not with no warm up. That's another thing I haven't done. I haven't done like legit vocals in 12 years as well.
I remember I told you that there was karaoke on the cruise and I told you I didn't do it and you all you said was I'm taking your Filipino card.
Exactly.
Because if you're Filipino, you have to sing karaoke. It's literally like
Hmm.
that's all that we're known for is
Oh yeah.
karaoke. Oh my
There's
gosh.
also the whole you have to know how to play violin or piano for some reason.
Was that a thing?
Maybe around the people I was friends with.
No, because that's so funny. My mom made me learn violin. I did not know that was
I
like a
I had a
thing.
friend who actually learned violin.
Really?
Yeah, and then
Wow.
I actually learned organ slash and piano
I've
for a bit.
I've always wanted to learn piano, but I never. It just confuses me using two hands like that.
Oh yeah, it's weird,
I couldn't.
especially if it's not the first thing you learn as for an
Yeah,
instrument. Because then I was a percussionist, so then trying to go from learn piano, I could read notes fine, but then it's just doing the whole piano thing that it takes me a while.
yeah. I think the only song I know on the piano is "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star."
That's like three keys. No,
Look,
no,
but
no,
at
wait.
least I
That's
know a
that
song.
that's Mary Had a Little Lamb, actually. I think, or maybe just Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
I know. I also know Jingle Bells.
I think that's
Yeah,
also about three notes.
it's okay. It's okay. But at your parties that you grew up at,
Hmm.
did you also have like, the kids running around and then the teenagers are in the back room just hanging out by themselves?
Yep.
I feel like all Filipino
Yeah.
parties are the same. It's
Then
so
you
funny.
have all the mothers at one table. You have all the fathers sitting down on the couch talking about whatever.
Yes.
And here's the best part:
Yes.
as soon as the food's ready, all the mothers find anyone else's kid to tell their own kid eat.
Eat, yes. They're like they see some random kid just running across them, like, oh, go tell them to go eat. Go tell them to come eat.
No, wait, but my mom would literally tell one of my friends that she's looking for me. They tell me like, okay, what does she want? Eat. Like,
Eat.
no, we just went to this party just for no reason.
Yeah, we didn't come to eat.
I
Like,
didn't. I'm not gonna look at those 5 boxes of pizzas for the 4 non-Filipino people at the party to not eat.
I find it so funny how similar our parties are because we always had pizza too
The
on top
pizza,
of all the
the
food.
pizza was only for the non-Filipino people that got invited to the party, it's
Yeah,
them and the kids because the kids don't want to eat rice every day because they're Americanized, so they don't care about eating rice every day.
I ate rice every day when I grew up, though.
So when they see the menudo, the sinigang, uh, the adobo, and
Oh,
the lechon,
sounds The pancit too. Don't
Oh
forget
yeah,
about the
yeah, and the
pancit.
pancit canton.
And did you say lumpia? Also the
Lumpia, yeah. Well,
lumpia.
they'll go after the lumpia because it's like the only thing that's kind of not healthy for them.
Yeah, that's the thing that they go for. That's like everyone goes for that.
And then sometimes they had, which is basically the lechon, which is basically a roasted pig. And then they
Lechon.
have,
Yeah.
and then they have like one time they had like shrimp and all this other stuff, like on the sides of it for whatever reason. I don't know what they call it at that point, but I remember that
Oh
was
yeah.
always a thing. Oh,
Yes.
and palabok.
That's actually one of my favorite meals is
You know,
palabok.
I loved that growing up, but then ever since, like I don't know if they just changed how they started cooking it, but I just didn't like it anymore.
Really?
Yeah, I used
Do you
to
have
love it.
Filipino restaurants near you?
There's one like maybe 25 minutes away from me.
That's so funny because that's how far away mine is. Are we sure that we don't live in the same area?
Well, I'm telling you, the Filipinos will know where the nearest Filipino places are and the nearest Asian supermarkets.
Oh my god, the Asian supermarkets. I love
You walk into
them.
the Asian supermarket. When I was growing up, there was one that made like these like a like a fried rice cake or something. I forget what the actual word of it is called,
Fried
but
rice cake?
or like a rice pop or something. I forget what it was now.
I don't know what that is. I
But
never heard of
then
that.
you always get dragged into where the fish and the produce are, and you leave smelling like that for the next hour.
Yes. Is your Asian supermarket the same? Like there's the fish, and then right in front of it is the snacks.
Yeah.
Oh yes, like all the snacks are like right in front of the fish. Like I swear they know that every Asian is gonna go to the fish area
Hmm.
only. So they're like, okay, you
Oh
want
yeah.
fish? Oh, here's all the snacks that you can eat as well.
But I will say there's this one snack. They were I think they were for me they were called roller coasters. It was basically like little cheese rings.
I've never heard of that one.
And well, there was that, or I would get yan yan.
I get those little corn chip things. I can't
Mhm.
remember the name of them. Like corn nuggets.
I know there was something called Nagaraya that I used to like.
I don't I
It's
don't think
I don't
it's
think it's
that.
what you're thinking of though.
No, it's not. I
But
can't
I know
remember the
actually
name
there
of it.
was something like it was corn chips or something. I forget. My sister was big on that when she was growing up.
I don't, it's not a chip though. Like it's shaped like a little circle.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah, I just don't remember what it is. What's called now?
Dang. That's gonna bother me. But those were my favorite,
Hmm.
and I always begged for my family members to bring them over to America
Hmm.
when they came to visit. And then one day my mom was like, Rachel, you know you can just buy them, right? They're here. And I was like blown away. I was like, oh my god, now I can just eat them whenever I
Yeah,
want. They're the best. I love
I
them.
remember. So the one memory I do have of when I was in the Philippines, I would always ask one of my uncles for a peso because there was like a little snack stand or something like really next
Hmm.
door. So like
Yeah.
every afternoon, can I have a peso?
I have a peso, please. Did you have ice candy when you were in the Philippines? I know
I
you were
don't I
younger.
don't remember ice candy.
I loved ice candy. Ice candy is practically like ice cream, but it's like in a long tube. Like, you know, you get
Hmm.
those popsicle sticks, like you know those dollar popsicle sticks that you can buy for the kids.
Yeah.
It's practically in one of those, and they put cantaloupe in it. And it was like the
Mm.
cantaloupe and that one condensed milk. Or
I know what you're
evaporated
talking
milk.
about.
Mm-hmm. Best thing ever. Oh, that was my favorite. And also Halo Halo.
Yeah,
Do you know what that
I
is?
know. Yeah, I know how Hollow is.
That it was my favorite
That's
thing
like the
growing
last.
up.
That's the last. Like one of the last things they do at a Filipino party. They'll break out this giant thing of bagged ice, and then all of a sudden someone has like the little shaver that you grind the ice against, and then all of
You
a
can
sudden there's like the 25 different Jello or gels or whatever it is. of
Oh
for the
my God,
toppings.
You can never, like you always know that it's coming out. Like they say, oh, it's dessert time, and you know someone's coming
Oh
out with that
yeah.
shaver.
Oh yeah. That was the only dessert you could get, unless
Yeah.
someone remembered to bring ice cream.
Yes,
But at that
because there's
point,
never
but the
anything
ice cream was
else.
always like that half vanilla, half chocolate, from my memory.
Yeah, I think so too.
They go real basic with some things on there,
Like
like the drink
the
choices.
cups. Yeah, the drink choices is
Oh, the
only
cup,
Coke.
the cup. So the styrofoam cup that's like
Look,
3 inches big.
so imagine this cup, a
Hmm.
normal size cup,
Yeah.
that tiny,
Oh
just
yeah.
that tiny.
And you can only put one ice cube in there if you want your drink to stay cold, and
Yeah.
still have a decent amount of soda left.
Yes. I
And
just find it so funny how every Filipino party is the same.
and the only drink options are Coke and water.
Coke and water.
Sometimes
Yes.
Sprite, but it's always Coke and water.
I was actually about to say that. I was like, sometimes we had Sprite, but it
Yes.
was mainly just Coke.
Yeah, because I guess they don't know anything that isn't Coke or water.
We always, it might just be my family, but we always also had coffee. Did you have coffee at yours?
Nah, the parties I went to
No.
were always like later in the day, so
Mine
no
was
one ever
too.
made coffee.
Oh, oh no, we were late in the day, but everyone in my family was obsessed with coffee.
Mm.
Also, since you're Filipino,
Hmm.
I don't know if you have heard of that little funny saying about Filipinos how we're always late. Do you know about that? Or is that just my family?
I'm always early, so I don't know
You're
what
always
that is.
early?
Yeah.
Dang. Like they always say like in my family like, "Oh, you're asking the Filipinos to come? You better tell them it's an hour in advance or they
Actually,
will not be."
I did hear about that, but
It's true. It's so true.
I remember always leaving late to certain things because my mom would always take a while to get ready.
Which I don't understand why. Like, you
You're
knew.
the first to get ready, but you're the last one to get out the door.
Well, I think that's just a girl thing.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, that's me. That's me right there. So, I don't know what you want to say about that.
All right. So if your family went out, were you always at a Chinese buffet?
Yes. Were you?
So anytime my mom wants to go out to eat, it's always at this Vietnamese place.
Vietnamese?
Yeah. But
We
before
don't have a
that,
lot of Vietnamese.
but if that's not an option, it's always Chinese.
Really? Yeah, we
Yeah.
don't have a lot of Vietnamese
Because
buffets.
so I remember my sister was in the Air Force, and
Hmm.
we were on our way to San Antonio for her basic training graduation, or whatever it was. And the entire time back, um, my mom would ask to stop at a Chinese place because she wanted rice.
She wanted
Yeah,
rice.
every 10 minutes, I want rice.
Oh my god, I love that.
Like
I never
let's
heard of
stop in a
that.
Chinese place, and then my dad's literally telling her like you're not gonna find a Chinese place on a major highway rest stop.
Uh, bet. I bet we can.
I we did find I think we did actually find one. I know we stopped somewhere. I forget where it was. They actually had rice, but it wasn't to the standard that she wanted it.
It's not at the standard. I feel that. I feel that personally. Like, if it's not good
Hmm.
rice, I'm not gonna eat it.
So the one time we actually could find a Chinese place, me and my dad are actually looking at like what we want to get, and then she already knows what she wants.
Hmm.
And then
What does she
after
always get?
beef and broccoli.
That's what I get. I love beef and broccoli. But I
I'm
feel like that's a safe thing.
I'm always a lo mein person or a general chicken.
Ooh,
I'm the typical guy who goes to a Chinese restaurant or orders Chinese takeout and he just gets general chicken and lo mein
you're basic.
and a thing of
You're a
wonton soup.
basic person.
Well,
Wonton soup? I don't eat wonton soup. I get egg drop soup when I go places. I love egg drop soup. Don't judge me. Please don't
I've
judge
never
me.
had egg drop soup actually.
No.
That's true.
Oh,
I've never had it.
I'm taking your Asian card. Talking about me. Yours is going bye-bye now.
I mean, I will never admit to being. Well, I'll never admit to acting like a Filipino,
You'll
just
never.
because I'm Americanized. So there are
We all
some
know
things
that we
that they'll
do.
do. Like, okay, you do what you want. I'll do what I want.
Literally, literally.
Okay, so here's another one. So all the guys get together. Are they playing basketball?
All the guy. No, not my family.
Okay, so all the Filipino parties I went to, if it was at a park, all the
Mm-hmm.
guys, like, not even like 10 minutes in, like once they see everybody, like, hey, let's go to the basketball court. Like,
Really? I've
yeah,
never had that.
Filipinos just like basketball. From
That is
my,
true.
I mean, if you ask
I will
them
admit.
what their favorite sport is, they'll say basketball, and maybe the ones here in America will say they like football as well. But it's
I find
always
it
basketball.
I find it so funny that like they like basketball because Filipinos are so short.
Hmm. And
So, I mean,
they have their
just say,
own they have their own professional league in the Philippines as well.
do
Yeah,
they?
they do.
The only like really mainstream Filipino that I know is Manny Pacquiao.
Well, yeah, everyone knows who Manny Pacquiao is.
Every time, literally every time he was boxing,
Hmm.
we always went to my auntie's house to watch him. Like
So,
always.
so just for chat to know, Manny Pacquiao is I think he retired now, but he's a boxer. And the whole story goes when he's boxing, everyone in the Philippines is watching him. Nobody's doing anything.
We stop what we're doing. We have to
Nobody,
watch him.
nobody's committing crime because Manny Pacquiao's fighting.
Yes. I think I've read somewhere that he like tried to be president or the mayor
I
or
thought he tried to be
something.
Congress. I thought he tried to be a congressman.
It was something with the government. And I would totally believe that they would all vote for him
Oh
just
yeah.
because it is Manny
Hmm.
Pacquiao. Everyone loves Manny
Oh yeah.
Pacquiao, which I just find it so
He
funny.
would. I think his trainer would hit him with bamboo every time to like get his muscles all stiffened or whatever the benefit was, like the way he trained and
Really?
everything.
I don't know. I don't like look into like stuff like that. I
These
just know I
are
watched him.
these are just random things I remember about Manny Pacquiao.
He's a very cool
He
man.
is. I remember my
He's
I remember my very first time watching a Manny Pacquiao fight. It
hmm
was Memorial Day, maybe 2009 or 2010. He was the main event against Ricky Hatton. I stayed up until midnight because with boxing, when you buy a match, you're mainly just buying to watch one person, to watch one
yeah.
fight. All If
Yep.
you watch all the people before that, then hopefully you get your $60 worth. So I stay up. My friend's house is cold for whatever reason. And then by the
Really?
time Manny Pacquiao gets into the ring and Ricky Hatton gets into the ring, all right, they go through the first round, and then like 25 seconds into the second round, Manny Pacquiao knocks out the guy. I'm like, I stayed up for this.
Do you ever like just think that this is all planned? Because he's so popular. Do you ever just believe that they like, okay, Manny Pacquiao has to win, so we're just gonna let him win? You know?
There are some times where I would say sports are rigged, but boxing's a little weird with me when if I want to call it rigged or not.
You think boxing's real?
Most of the time,
I know
but
one sport
I
that's not
think
WWE.
well, I already know that's predetermined. But when it was Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather,
Oh my god, that was like
that
the
was
biggest
that was the
fight.
biggest thing ever for Filipinos. I didn't
Yes.
watch it. I just watched like I think I found like an illegally uploaded video of it on YouTube one day. And I swear, I know that I'm Filipino, so maybe I'm sounding biased when I'm saying this, but the entire match, and this is a common criticism of Floyd Mayweather, apparently. He's just running around the ring while Manny Pacquiao is trying to actually fight, and Mayweather walks away with the match with the decision. I think it went the whole 12 rounds as well, but the entire time, like, is he going to fight him or not?
Yeah, he's known to just run around and not actually fight. I mean, that's why they call him the Fast Man, I think. Yeah. Isn't that like his nickname, the Fast?
I don't know what his actual nickname is, but I just remember like I think I forget if they got a second fight. I know there was another person that he fought that he clearly beat the person. I think even his opponent admit that he should have lost, but they had a second fight. And I think Manny Pacquiao actually won the second fight. I forget what that person's name was now, but there have been some fights I've watched with Manny Pacquiao where like, how did he lose?
When was Manny Pacquiao's last fight?
I don't even know, to be honest.
It's been a hot minute, I think. Which I'm surprised. I never thought he would ever retire, because once he says he's retiring, here he comes out of the grave saying, "Oh, I'm about to fight again."
Well, some people just can't step away for too long.
Yeah, that's true. That's like Ian's favorite UFC fighter. He says he's retiring and then he comes back.
Well, I guess it's just all they know for all that time.
Yeah. I mean, it's true. That's all they're known. That's really what they're known for.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
You know what another great Filipino memory is?
What?
Wawa Wee.
You want to know what's so funny? I was about to be like, Dawn, are we going to bring it up?
Wawa Wee is a Filipino game show. It's very popular over there. The theme song, I can't play it because I don't want to get copyrighted. But if you look up Wawa Wee theme song, I'll put the actual spelling in the chat.
That was my childhood. I would come home from elementary school and my cousin, she would still babysit me at the time because I was a little kid. And she was white. She's not Filipino. She was white, but she watched Wow Wow Wee with us because every time she's like, I just want to see these girls dancing to no music in the background.
You know, they must have I guess they add music when they're doing the editing and everything. Because
on YouTube or something.
Oh yeah, because because to my memory they're dancing to music, but maybe they're just dancing to nothing when they're doing the recording and everything.
Yeah.
And then when they edit it in whatever studio, that's when they add the music and everything.
It's so funny. And all these it has to be planned out. There's no way it's not planned out.
I definitely think it's planned out.
But you know what I'm talking about? All the family members that come and they have this sob story saying why they need money, and then out of nowhere the main host is like, okay, come down and play this game.
Oh yeah.
Or whatever.
Except to my memory, it's always and I hate to say it, but it's always this random kid that comes up to the stage crying.
Oh my god.
And I'm looking back at it, I think that might be scripted as well, just for PR reasons.
I think half of that was scripted.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
And then
it has to be. There's
this one part where I think they're trying to get the person to I forget what the whole point of it. They apparently the correct saying is pera or bayong. But the way the host says it, he's saying bata or bayong. And my dad, who is not Filipino, is just quoting him from what he's saying, bata bayong.
Bata bayong.
I think pera is stop, and then bayong is keep going. I think they're trying to tempt with more money to stop, but it's kind of like Deal or No Deal, where you're just taking a risk at potentially losing money.
You know, apparently Wow Wow Wee stopped because there was a scandal going on between them.
I'm not surprised.
I mean, honestly,
to be honest, the game show host. Wasn't
yes,
a scandal or something?
Yeah, it was him. He's the reason why Wow Wow Wee stopped. But then they started up with a whole different game show that's so similar, but by different people. But I just think it's so funny how Filipinos are so crazy.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
Do you
I love
remember
it.
the little GMA Pinoy TV jingle?
Oh my god, my mom watched GMA all the
So did
time
my
growing
mom.
up.
It's always
So,
GMA.
so that means like you had DirecTV growing up.
Yeah, that's the only reason we even had the Filipino channel at any point of my
My
childhood.
my mom had to have DirecTV because DirecTV was the only
Oh
way
yeah,
that you could get Filipino channels.
I remember when I was in high school, my mom literally called. I forget if we had Verizon or Comcast at the time,
Hmm.
but she asked if there was a free trial for Filipino channels because I think
What was
one
the
of them
other one?
finally got it.
It was GMA,
There was GMA.
and
There was another one. I forget what it's called.
yeah, but I think GMA is like the most popular
Yeah.
one. Huh. Now that's gonna bother me. I'm gonna have to ask my
Mhm.
mother.
Do you remember Gary Valenciano,
Sounds
the
familiar. Who's that?
Filipino singer?
No.
He was in. I think he was in a movie, and or I don't know if he was an actor or he sang like he did the soundtrack for it. I think he did the soundtrack for it actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
There's I think his famous song that I know is "How Did You Know," which is I think was part of the soundtrack to some like Filipino romantic movie or something.
I'm gonna have to look him up.
I'm
The
sh-
only famous singer, well, it's not really one singer, it's a band, it's a like, group
mhm.
called Sex Bomb.
I feel like
I
I've
don't
heard of
you
that, but I don't think I've ever listened to him.
No, you have. You know how I know you have?
Why?
Because you were accepting music at one point in your streams. I forgot what you were playing.
Oh man,
And
that
I was
was when I was doing my like my little Sunday chill streams after work.
yeah, and I said, Dawn, you gotta listen to this song. It's a Filipino song. So I was like, here you go. Pull it up.
You know, I was asked to play quite a selection of songs. One of them was had a line saying "I'm coming in my pants."
What song is this?
You know, I think I have it on my Spotify playlist because I like the song so much because it's very
You
catchy that
saved
I
it?
added to my main playlist.
Oh my gosh.
Uh, I just remember I think the chord like "coming in my pants" and something, and then the last line "I'm gonna blow a wad on you."
Who is this by? Because I have to know now.
I will send you this after this is all over.
Okay, that's awesome. I love that.
You know, those streams I heard music I never thought I would ever hear,
Yeah,
and
that I don't play music on my streams.
so speaking of Filipino singers, so one that I'm sure everyone knows of is Lea Salona.
Sounds very
She's the
familiar.
singing voice of Jasmine in Aladdin.
Yes, that's what I was about to say. Isn't she Jasmine?
Yeah,
Yes,
well,
I know her.
she's not the voice actress, but
Yeah, no, she's just a
she's
singer.
the
She's
singing
just a
voice of
singer.
Jasmine.
Mm-hmm. She is. Oh, she's beautiful.
She is.
I love
I think
her.
every Filipino knows who Lea Salonga is.
Mm-hmm. Just probably because of Jasmine,
Yeah.
but it's okay. It's okay.
And then there's that I don't know I don't know if he's still present, but then there's that Duterte guy who people say is like the Filipino Trump.
Filipino Trump? Who?
I forget what his name is. His last name is Duterte. I don't know if he's
Duterte?
the current or former president now.
Oh, I think my mom does not like
Apparently
the
he's very
president.
crazy.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, my mom does not like the president that is in the Philippines.
And it's probably still Duterte.
Probably, probably. I don't keep up with
Me
Filipino
either.
politics. I
barely-
don't even keep up with
I
anything
barely
in
follow
America.
anything here. I don't know until I see a trend on Twitter.
That's how I am. Like, you're gonna ask me about politics? Please don't, because I can't tell you anything.
Yep.
I can probably tell you who the president is, and then after that, I can't tell you anything else. Just being honest.
Yeah.
I'd rather not lie. Oh gosh.
Oh,
How do we
man.
come into politics? Let's get out of politics.
Look at me breaking my own rules.
Yeah.
Well, it's one
Dawn.
thing when I do it.
True, that's true.
Well,
You're the
it's my
host.
podcast, so
Yeah,
if I decide to get political, then
it's
that's
okay.
on me, and I know to just cut it after like a few minutes.
Yeah, like you know what to cut out and what not to cut out.
Yep.
Look, we didn't say anything bad, so it's
No,
okay.
we didn't
All
say
we said
anything
is that
bad.
we know nothing.
Yeah,
We know nothing about politics.
exactly.
Oh, gosh.
So, what was your favorite? So, what's your favorite Filipino food? Like, what's your go-to
Uh,
dish?
Menudo
Menudo. That's a good one.
and sinigang. Love those two. Do you have any?
Adobo or menudo is always good in my book.
Adobo's good. Not my favorite, but
Adobo is good as long as you can avoid the pepper ball.
oh my god!
I
Oh,
can't tell you how many
taking that
times
bite
that one bite just puts that awful taste in your mouth,
and you don't want to eat it.
and
Yes.
you just don't eat for like a good 5 minutes because you're just trying to get that taste out of your mouth.
Yes, it's the worst. Like, what made them think it was okay to put that in there? I mean, I understand like taste, but still.
It's
Oh my
worse
gosh,
than
like
it's worse than when you're eating fish sinigang and you accidentally bite the bone.
gosh,
You
yes.
like at least in fish, you'll no matter how picky you are with trying to get the meat off, you're still somehow gonna get the bone in there some way. And then you won't know until you're biting, and then you're about to like, oh wait, nope, there's a bone in there.
Every bite you take, there's actually a bone. You have to like take out like 5 bones out of your mouth every
Oh
time.
yeah, but
Every time my mom
but if
makes
yeah,
sinigang, yeah, she always has to warn us. She's like, "Oh, this is the fish one, so don't eat the bones." And I'm like, "Mom,
I thought
I'm
you
an
were gonna
adult."
I thought you were gonna say that with the Filipino accent.
I love the Filipino accent, but I can't. I cannot do it for the life of me. I'm not the best at accents.
Oh, so also if you're Filipino, you know these two sounds. Oi. And then you also know
Hoy, come here. Hoy.
yeah.
Psst, psst,
Hoi
psst,
is
psst.
come here and ps is what are you doing?
Hey. Yeah.
And sometimes
Love it.
ps is followed by getting smacked in the hand.
Yeah.
Actually no, ps is always followed by getting hit.
Just say it. Just be honest. You get hit.
You know what?
Hit.
Sometimes even hoi is followed by that.
Yeah. Hoy. Hit. Psst, hit. Like, you're embarrassing me. How dare you do this? Oh, gosh.
And if you're Filipino, you also know the word chinelas.
I don't know that word. What's that word?
It's basically slipper.
Oh, really?
So
Okay, see.
I'll tell you what. I've heard stories that Filipino
Uh-oh.
mothers, when they're displaying their children, they'll grab like a flip flop, and if you run away, they will launch this thing. You can turn the corner, and my one friend literally said he swears that he saw the thing curve around the corner and hit his sister right in the face.
Yes. Look, because me and my brother are older now. My mom doesn't really use the slipper on us anymore. So to get her anger out, this is gonna sound so bad, but when my dog gets in trouble, she'll pull her slipper out and pretend like she's like this to my dog. Hoy. You know, she doesn't actually hit him, but she just like has a slipper like hoy, like, and my dog's he knows he's in trouble when she does that. Oh my god.
So with the mothers, it's always the slipper, or in my case, it was always a wooden cooking spoon.
It wasn't a cooking spoon. The other one was a empty paper towel roll.
You know, I'd rather have gotten hit with that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't
what's
I'm happy it wasn't the wooden spoon
I will
for me.
I mean, if you're gonna test me with a with an empty paper towel holder thing. That little thing, that little piece of cardboard. That go ahead.
Yeah.
You would have hit me 100 times in the hand. Go ahead. That thing's not gonna hurt.
Literally.
It might hurt after like 80, but at that point, you only got 20 more to go. I'm like, okay.
Okay, whatever. I'm okay with it at this point. Oh my gosh. I love talking about Filipino stuff.
So your mom will hit you with that, but then your dad will like, you want palo? Except my dad wasn't Filipino. So
yeah, I was about to say my dad's
He
white.
didn't say that. My dad said something else to me.
Oh no. My dad wasn't the discipliner in the family. It was my mom.
Trust me.
So
if I messed up, I would know based on how my dad comes up to me.
not really.
Yep.
Like, nowadays, kids don't get spankings.
Oh yeah.
But just go to a Filipino home.
It definitely
just go to.
It definitely shows in public these days that some kids need to get smacked.
I work at a school. Look, I understand that some kids do not get in trouble at home.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm not saying discipline like hitting. I'm just saying they just don't get in trouble.
Oh yeah.
Like at all. Like they're like those little perfect people nowadays. And it annoys me, but whatever.
Wait, so did you ever get grounded growing up? Because I heard Filipino parents don't ground their children.
Yeah, I didn't. I never got grounded, which Ian, my fiance, he's always like, oh, you are spoiled. You were never grounded, blah, 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 blah. But I was like, no, I wasn't grounded, but I was always put in the corner.
We were always disciplined. But
yes.
I got grounded because my dad's not Filipino.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then my mom was brought over from there, so she eventually just caught on to certain things.
Mm-hmm. My dad was scared of my mother.
I had a friend who apparently never did too good in school, but so he would get spanked and everything, but he would never get grounded. So
oh, really?
He was probably the only one I knew who could do bad in school, but still be able to play his video games after school every day.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. Because his parents were both Filipino.
Makes sense. That makes sense, honestly.
All the fun times of being a Filipino kid.
Literally. I love it. I love growing up in this culture. I don't think I would have had as much fun if I grew up any other way. Literally, because we can make fun of ourselves. So it's okay. Oh god. Like, you said you're never on TikTok, but there's this one mother on TikTok and she's Filipino, and she is the most hilarious person ever, and she's like literally like the truest form of Filipino. Like if you want to know how a Filipino is, go watch her.
Wait, have you heard of Joe Coy?
Yeah, he was near me not too long ago. I didn't get to go, but I think my ninong went, which means godfather for everyone that don't know. But he went and watched him, and I love watching him on YouTube because he is so funny.
I only heard one thing of him, and it was him talking about playing Wii Sports with his mom. And he was getting tired while playing Wii Sports, and his mom was like just in perfect condition and everything.
Yes. Never doubt a Filipino mom. Never doubt them.
Come on, Joseph.
It don't matter how good in shape you are, she will always outbeat you.
Come on, Joseph, I want to play the Wii Sport.
Joseph, yes, because they don't have F.
They don't say the H in Joseph, and they don't have the F in their alphabet either. I believe is the whole reason.
Yes, yeah.
So F is pronounced as a P.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, if you have the accent, you would see it says growing up Filipino, and then if you have the accent, growing up Filipino.
I always found that so funny that they never use F when it's Philippines.
Yeah.
And Filipino, but You don't use the little F in
I
your
guess it's
language?
the ones that somehow like I don't know if like their environment where they actually knew how to say like pronounce the F in certain words or the PH.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know some older Filipinos who can actually say Filipino or pronounce like the PH or an F.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Huh.
I don't know if it's just from their environment or I don't know that's from, but
It might have been just their environment. I don't know. Maybe. Huh. That's a good question. I don't know about that one.
look at it this way: if you're trying to say the F word, you're not going to say the F word.
Fuck.
You're going to say fuck.
Yeah, fuck. Love it. Love it. I'll never curse in a Filipino accent.
I don't
You'll never
even
say that
I
word.
don't even know Filipino curse words actually,
I don't either. My mom refused to teach me those.
and I was told I didn't want to learn as a kid.
Really?
And I mean, at this point, whatever, because
Yeah.
too late to teach me now, and if I do try to learn, it's gonna be really hard.
It's not too late.
Well, it's easy to do it when you're younger.
Do you regret not learning?
Sometimes,
Yeah. I regret.
like
I
like
I want to
I
learn.
wouldn't mind secretly learning it just to know what people are saying.
So you can see if they're talking crap about you.
Oh yeah, that's the whole point of trying to learn a new language at this age.
It literally.
Like if I could learn
Look,
Spanish for when all the Spanish people come into my job and they start talking, like I'll just say customers instead of naming what department it is.
mhm.
So whenever they're all in the break room together talking, and then they'll probably gossiping about management or whatever, and then I'll just be there like, "This is some good tea right here."
So good tea.
As
Yes.
I would say it in my head as I'm literally drinking iced tea.
Love tea. I love tea.
that's how I spend my breaks at work. I just sit down for 30 minutes and drink a brisk.
Really?
Yep.
That is so funny. Oh god.
Oh, and this is one time I'll admit to reading chat. But speaking of gossiping, that's what all the Filipino mothers did
Yeah.
at
Oh.
at a
Oh, for
party or
sure.
any gathering. They're just gossiping.
Yeah. Like they'll gossip in front of you. They don't care.
Oh yeah, especially if they know that you don't know the language.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you hear your name and you're like, "Oh, are you talking about me?" They're like, "No, no, no." No.
Or if you hear the word anak, which is basically like I think child, I
Your
guess,
child, yeah.
then you know something's going on.
Like, my knock over there. You know? Oh god.
Oh, 29 years old and he doesn't know Tagalog. Ay nako.
Oh my, you said that perfectly.
Well, I've
Yes,
heard
I
it so for
Nicole.
all this time.
I
I
Nicole.
would at least know how to do certain things with it.
I Nicole is practically like, oh, that poor person. Like, like, oh, I feel so sorry.
I so
I.
so funny enough, one of the stock people in my department is Filipino. So
Oh,
anytime I'm frustrated or just want to say something just to get her to laugh, I'll just go like, "Ay nako."
I Nicole. I
As-
find it so funny. Like, we just have to say a few words, and like
oh yeah.
every Filipino understands what that
Yep.
means. Oh god. I love it so much. It's the best.
And then was it? There's another stock person that works on the floor above me. And one time when I was still working on that particular floor, I went up to her from behind and I go up to her and go, "Oi."
Wait,
She turns around and she thought I was her husband.
what?
She thought I was her
She-
husband. Like her husband came in to visit her, and he found her.
Is her husband also Filipino?
Yeah, because she said you sounded just like my husband.
That's a little weird.
I guess I just made. I guess I just sounded. I had my voice sound deep enough.
Yeah, to sound like her husband, I guess. I don't
But at that
know.
point, I'm sure you've heard it so many times that you just know that someone's behind you.
Yeah,
Someone wants your
honestly.
attention.
Yeah. Oh, I'm telling you, if you didn't grow up Filipino, you're missing out. You
Oh yeah.
really are.
So when it comes to those videos that you probably saw on YouTube about like Asian parent stereotypes, the
Oh,
big one for me is so you'll have like a non-Filipino friend over, and then like you're gonna make something, so you tell them, "Hey, can you get the butter out of the fridge?" They grab the container of butter, they open it, and it's anything but butter inside there. It's probably like some soup or something that was left over from like 2 days ago.
is that just a Filipino thing? I feel
But I
like.
think it's most Asian parents anyway.
Yeah.
And and
Yes.
if you open the freezer, there's all this fish in there.
Yes. Yes. Also, I don't know if your family did this, but you know those cookie bins that you can get?
Yeah.
My mom would have those, but instead of it being cookie, it was like sewing things.
Hmm.
And like everywhere I went, like even like my auntie's house,
Hmm.
she would also have the same things. I don't know if that's just my family, but they literally use anything that makes you think is food and it's not food.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, please stop doing this. Like you're getting my hopes up
Hmm.
at this point.
They will use anything to put food in.
They really do. They save every container that they
They
have.
do.
And somehow they still don't have enough.
Oh, and at the end of every Filipino party, oh, do you want doggy bug?
Yes.
Which
Yes.
is
Because
basically take some
they
food
always
home
make
with
too
you.
much food.
Yeah.
Yes, they always make too much food and they know they're making too much food.
Yeah.
They're like, you're not gonna go home
Oh
hungry.
yeah, you can't even leave without taking home like 2 plates or something.
Yes, that's the truest thing ever. Oh my gosh. I love it. Filipinos.
All the fun things of being Filipino.
I really hope my child, if I ever have one soon, grows up the same way that I grow up because it was so fun.
Well, you have all the control over that,
I know, but
and I know your mother will have a say in that too.
yeah, she will. My mom, she always jokes about moving back to the Philippines after she retires.
Hmm.
And I'm like, okay, so you're not going to see a grandchild? And she's always like, oh no, every summer you're going to ship them over
Oh
to the
jeez.
Philippines. I was like, what? I was like, what about me? She said, no, just the kids. I was like, rude.
I'll tell you what though. So when you get married, give it about 3 months, and the first thing your mom will ask you, "Are you pregnant?"
Bro, my mom asked me that already. She wants a baby so
Oh,
bad.
she already wants grandchildren.
She already wants
So
grandchildren.
here's the other.
Even
So this is the other funny thing. They'll make fun of you for being single and everything, but then they'll also ask you, when are you going to give me grandchildren?
yes, they want grandchildren so
Like,
bad.
so
I'm like,
you don't want me to
you're
do it, but then you want grandchildren.
they're practically going and telling you to have sex.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel so bad for my brother. Okay, I'm totally putting some of his business out there right now, but
We're just gonna
it's
roast
okay.
your brother. That's fine.
Okay, so my brother, he's older than me, not by much, but he's a little bit older than
Mhm.
me, and he's never had like a legit girlfriend, which
Mhm.
I mean, it's okay. It's totally fine, But my mom,
I know
she
this
feels so.
story.
Oh, you know where it's going.
Yeah, because you told me this.
Oh, yeah. She feels so bad for him. So my mom's going to the Philippines
Mhm.
this year, and she really wants him to go. Really wants him to go, but not to see his family members. It's to meet a girl.
Yeah.
Cause that's like, is that your family too? Like if you're single for too long, and they're like, oh, we're just gonna bring you to the Philippines, and then you'll just bring home a
Well,
girl.
I haven't been told that yet, but I'm pretty sure if I did go there, I would probably be able to say I came home with a girlfriend. If I really,
Yeah.
without even trying, I should say.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it, but if you wanna get with someone, just go to the
Oh
Philippines.
yeah.
They'll willingly come home with you.
I will say, I've seen some really questionable looking Filipino men growing up that got married and have kids.
Really?
Yeah, and at the age I was at the time, because you're like high school, and so you're thinking like, how did that person get laid?
What? Oh my gosh. Also, uh, this is like I don't know if this is like saying how bad my family is, but I think it's just a Filipino thing where
Mhm.
the men is always so much older than the female.
You know what? I think that's the case for some Filipino couples I've seen growing up.
Hmm.
I
The
think
man is always so much older.
one friend's dad was a good amount older than their mother.
Yeah, my okay, I'm not gonna say who they are,
Hmm.
but I will say one is 40 something, like in the mid 40s,
Hmm.
and his wife with a child, like he just had a child with her, 1 year older than me, and I'm 25.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So it's very I think it's disturbing personally, but
Hmm.
Filipino women, they'll do anything to come down here. I will say that.
Yep.
It's true, and it's so sad. It's so sad. Like,
And you know,
I,
a very unfortunate thing I've learned, and I say this because I'm also the prodigy of this.
mhm.
So, my dad was in the Navy, and he met my mom in the Philippines. And every time I see an Asian woman with a white husband, they're always
Yeah.
in some branch of the military.
They are.
And one of
Yes, I
them
agree.
literally was a Navy man, a person who was a guy in the Navy who had a Filipino wife. And the guy actually asked me if I was Filipino.
Really?
Yeah,
Why would he ask you that though?
I guess he learned how to tell how you can tell someone's a Filipino because
I
you can
mean,
because
I feel like we have a distinct look.
yeah. Well, I
Where
also get asked if I'm Mexican.
I don't get asked if I'm Mexican, but I do get asked if I'm Hawaiian.
I have never gotten Hawaiian yet. I
Really?
got Samoan once, but like I am definitely not Samoan.
Isn't that Hawaii?
No, well, at least I don't think so. Different country.
I swear I thought that was Hawaii. Oh God.
I
Please
mean,
don't judge me.
maybe some similarities.
Maybe, yeah. Huh. But yeah, I feel like, we really don't look Asian if you really look at us.
That is true.
But if you also remember, we were also colonized by
Yeah.
Spanish people.
Hmm.
So I feel like we do technically look more Hispanic than
Yeah.
anything. I mean, if you look at Tagalog,
It's basically
really
Spanish.
it's basically Spanish. Like my mom, she knows a couple, like she can probably, like it's gonna be hard, but she
Hmm.
can probably talk to someone in Spanish
Hmm.
because it's so similar to
Oh yeah,
Tagalog,
it is.
like very similar. But I know you're a different dialect, right? Like your family?
Yeah, I think it's a different dialect.
Yeah, because I remember we talked about that and I asked my mom and she said you're more northern
Hmm.
because that's where all her friends were from. But we just know Tagalog, my
Oh yeah.
family. The
Hmm.
main language.
Yep. They just know the one language aside from the different dialects.
Mhm.
To where
Oh, for sure.
one saying could mean two different things.
Yeah, definitely.
And what those things are beyond me.
I grew up really just knowing one phrase, which is mahal kita.
I love you.
Mahal kita.
Yep.
That's really like the only thing I grew up because I thought it was so pretty the first time I heard it. And then like every time you hear like the phrase I love you and they say it in
Hmm.
different languages, they never have it in Tagalog. And I get so
Oh yeah.
upset because I'm like, I think mahal kita is prettier than how some other countries say it. So
Hmm.
why don't you say it like us? Just put that one out there.
Hmm.
Love it. But, it's okay. I feel like I low key I always grew up thinking that Philippines was like not the biggest country known as well. I feel like not a lot of people know the Philippines.
You just reminded me of
Oh God, what did I remind you?
one of my other Filipino friends growing up. We would always mess with his older brother
hmm
because he would always have a crush on this one person at church.
Oh
So just to
no!
mess with him, we would always talk to him with the Filipino accent. He actually knew Tagalog, but his younger brother
hmm
didn't. So me and his younger brother would just mess with him in English. So
Oh,
we would joke that the one person actually likes him, and then we would go,
you guys are
you know
so
what? And
mean.
like I won't say that to him, like, oh, you know what she said about you? Like, you're so cute.
You're so cute.
You're so cute.
I can't.
I love
I
you.
can't talk. I cannot talk in a Filipino accent for the life of me, and I wish I could because I think it's so funny.
I should have did the whole
So
intro in the
funny.
Filipino accent.
You should.
If I take the time to plan my intros, I can actually do a lot more of them.
You should have. That would have been
I could have been
awesome.
like, hold on, it would be like, hello and welcome to the Bolt Council podcast. My name is Don. I am almost 30 years old. I like adobo and I don't like Coke. I like Pepsi.
Everyone would yell at you if you said that to them. Yes, it's so accurate. So accurate the way he said that.
Oh my god. When are you going to give me when are you going to have a grandchild for me? No, I'm sorry, for me.
Me.
Oh
Yes.
my
You can't
god.
say the F. You
Yeah,
have to say it with the P. Don't forget that.
I would be in the select group of Filipinos that can actually say the F.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
And then I remember I would always go into like yours and Kimmy's stream every once in a while, like, ay nako, I was playing game anak.
Are you sure you don't know how to speak Tagalog?
I
Because
don't
you
know.
say the accent
I don't.
so perfect.
I I don't know. I guess when I like make an attempt at speaking different languages, I can get like the accent down and everything. But I just don't.
hmm
I've always been good with pronunciation, actually. But
Yeah.
like, if I looked up a sentence like things to say in Tagalog, I would actually say it pretty well.
Like if you spoke their language.
Yeah, like if you gave me if I looked up on Google right now just random Tagalog sentences
hmm
and actually tried to pronounce them, I would do fairly well with it.
I'm proud of you
And
because I cannot.
I remember in the church I used to attend, I was in the choir and we had to be there for a wedding, and they wanted it in Tagalog.
Are you talking
So
about that one
yes,
church?
that church.
Okay. Okay.
So we had to learn the songs that we normally sing for weddings, but in Tagalog.
Yeah.
And I had no issue, like, just tell me how to pronounce certain words and I'll have it locked in.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I could sing Tagalog if I really tried to.
I'm surprised you don't know Tagalog.
Well, that's because I didn't want to learn as a kid, apparently.
That was me.
Like,
I didn't want to
yeah,
learn.
hold on.
I don't know why.
Let me just look up Tagalog sayings on Google real quick.
Okay. Yeah. Apparently, my mom told me I was embarrassed to learn Tagalog, and I was like, I wish I wasn't. Because like we grew up in America, and
Mhm.
no one we knew two language when we were little, which sucks. Because I really wish I knew it.
Okay, so I will do everything for you. Uh, in Filipino, not Filipino, in Tagalog,
You know.
is gagawin kaong lahat para sa'yo.
Is that what that means?
That's the Tagalog version of saying I will do everything for you.
It sounds very accurate. It sounds like something my mom would say.
I have a crush on you. May gusto ako sa'yo. I am always here for you. Nandito lang ako para ayo.
Very proud of you.
I need you. Kailangan kita. It is only you I like. Ikaw lang ang gusto ko.
Ikaw means you,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Kulang ako kung wala ka. I am not complete without you.
Did you just look up love sentences?
It was the first thing that popped up, actually.
Really? Oh my gosh.
I want to grow old with you. Gusto kong tumanda kasama ka.
Sounds like you know what you're saying.
Trust me, I'm just good with pronunciation for some reason.
That's crazy. I wish I was, because I used to try and say like a sentence, like I would say like salamat po.
Oh yeah,
And
I say that at work when I know that it's a Filipino customer and I can hear them talk Filipino.
mm-hmm. And then they think that you know how to speak, and then you're like, sorry, I really don't. But
no, I just know how to say that.
yeah. But my Ninong, he would make fun of me with the way I would say it, because he was like, you say it with such an American accent, and I'm like, sorry, I'm American. Like, I can't help where I grew up, you know?
Mm-hmm. Alright, so welcome to the Bolt Council Podcast in Tagalog. Maligayang pagdating sa podcast ng Bolt Council.
Is that how you... I love... You should have started the whole podcast like that.
That's according to Google Translate.
Yeah, you can't always trust Google Translate, though.
Alright, I'll tell you what. We'll end it, and then we'll
restart.
We'll restart it in Google Translate.
Oh god.
And then I'll say that there's a I know Google Translate's wrong.
Yeah, because everyone's gonna be like,
I know
you're not saying it.
I know Google Translate is never correct. At least not 100% correct.
It's never correct. Never. Don't ever trust it when you're talking to
Look, someone in chat is just trying to kill my vibe right now. I'm kidding.
Google Translate be wrong. It is wrong. What are you talking about? It is.
By the way, person in chat, when are we gonna do that Wawa Wee reaction?
Yeah. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. So everyone knows what Wawa Wee's about.
We'll have to turn off the VOD for that, because I'm not getting canceled for that.
Yeah, for real. You're gonna be very strict.
Yeah.
What's that word? They're gonna strike you for
DMCA,
whatever that word is. Yeah.
Whatever the 4-letter thing is that I never remember the exact order of them.
Oh my god, yes. Oh.
Okay, so that was like a good. I don't know how much time we spent on that, but that was like the meat of the podcast right there.
Yeah, I feel like that was like the whole podcast.
Okay, so I did see one. I saw Wally ask a question. I think it was when we were talking about your first stream. I forget exactly when he sent it. But he asked, "Is it criminal acts, Rachel?" And I don't know exactly what he meant. If you're still here, Wally, feel free to explain it.
Is it criminal acts? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I'm confused.
I'm seeing it in my activity feed that he redeemed Ask the Guest, and it says, "Is it criminal acts, Rachel?" And I forget when exactly that he sent that. It says an hour ago, but I forget what topic we were on at that point.
I wonder if it was that one topic where I said
I think we're talking about your first stream, but I don't remember exactly where.
I don't remember. Huh. It's crazy.
We'll give him another.
We were talking about so much. We were talking about so much today. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little worried that I wouldn't have much to say, but I feel like I talked a lot. I feel like I talked your ear off, and I'm very sorry if I annoyed you.
No, you're good. The ones that talk my ear off are the ones that require the less editing, actually.
Less editing? Really?
Yeah. Because there's not as much dead space to edit out.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But, I mean, like, honestly, like, even though we're Twitch streamers, when we go and talk to, like, people, like, it don't matter how how much we know them.
Oh yeah.
Like we can like talk and chat, we can talk in DMs all day
Mm-hmm.
long, but as soon as you start talking to them in voice chat, it's like a whole different world.
Oh yeah.
Like we're all low key
Mm-hmm.
introverts and
Oh
we
yeah.
know that.
Yeah, we are.
I'm a true introvert. Like don't don't ever
Mm-hmm.
think you're gonna come and meet me and I'm gonna be an extrovert. Like I can pretend
Mm-hmm.
I'm one on stream, but don't ever think I'm one in person.
Wally, explain what your question was earlier.
Yeah, I'm curious. I think I'm
If
gonna
you
kill
still
someone
remember at this point.
I probably don't even remember at
I
that
think.
point.
Oh, when you got into games, I guess is Criminal Acts a game? Is that what it is?
Criminal Acts? I never heard of that game. Is that a game?
I wouldn't be surprised if it was.
Hmm. Criminal Acts? I mainly only played Nintendo growing up. So I highly doubt Nintendo had anything with like an axe in it.
Wait, you're saying no? It was after you threatened murder in Death Valley.
Oh god! Like Wally, Wally. At least now you know. If you have to do it, go to Death Valley.
There you go.
No one will ever suspect you because you're just in a desert. The whole area is a desert with one rest area. just saying.
There we go. We're back to you hit send as soon as Don said, I hope it wasn't because of murder.
Oh god.
Positive lessons in this podcast today, right?
So many lessons. We talked about don't go to school, how to murder
Don't go to
people.
school, how to murder people, and we swept it all under the rug talking about being Filipino.
Yeah, you learned what it's like being a Filipino growing up.
Tune in next time where I'll show you how to make a flip flop curve to hit your kid in the face when they misbehave.
Don, you're gonna get canceled.
Well, if it took me this long, I made it longer than I thought I would.
Hey everyone, we're gonna cancel Don. Kidding,
Well, I only have like $10 in my Twitch payout thing right now, so I'm alright with not getting that.
Oh, cancel Don.
And yeah, Wally's right. There's some similarities between Mexican and Filipino culture.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that. Aw.
Thank you, Wally.
We're the best. I guess Mexican and Filipinos are the two best cultures out there then.
Yep.
Don't quote me on that because now I'm gonna get canceled for saying that.
I'll make sure I clip that, and I'll make that your entrance sound every time you pop in chat.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I did see that, Wally.
Oh god.
Wally was over here freaking out with the similarities while we were talking about being Filipino.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Wally, so you understand our pains.
Does this mean Wally knows what it's like to have a flip flop curve around the corner to him in the face?
Does that mean your mom also hit you with a flip flop, Wally? Oh gosh.
I got hit in the hand with flippers, but I've never ran away to where it would somehow curve and hit me in the face.
Whoever ran away, they're brave. They're a brave person.
Well, if you run away, you're just gonna make it worse for yourself.
For real, they're just gonna get angrier. You don't want to do that.
Just sit there and take it.
For real. Just take the punishment. It's gonna last. It's not gonna last that long. It might last forever, but you'll be fine. I promise. You're gonna grow up to be a perfectly old man or women. We did. We're fine.
Oh boy.
Being the episode.
Alright, so
Yeah.
wasn't hit, but my friends had it happen. Oh jeez.
Oh, no.
So your friends know. I guess
I'm so,
Wally
so
was.
sorry.
I guess Wally was the good kid growing up.
That's good. That's good. I was not. I was not the good kid growing up for sure.
I think. I guess in Mexico, it's the word is chancla. I don't know how to say it in for
Chocla?
Mexico.
You said chocolate?
I'm reading chat right now.
Oh. Oh, chancla.
I
Where they
thought
have.
I just know like the word for shoe in Spanish was zapato.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
But then again, that there could be other words for it too that I don't know about.
Huh.
I just remember what they taught me in Spanish class.
I only took 1 year of Spanish class. And that's it. That's all I could do. I took ASL.
I took two until my sophomore year Spanish year. Yeah, my sophomore year Spanish teacher made me hate Spanish class to where I just said I'm not taking Spanish anymore.
Why did she make you hate it?
I it was just one of those teachers you get where you just can't like get invested into learning.
Oh, I hate those
It
teachers.
also doesn't help that I had no friends in that class.
Yeah.
So anytime there was like a group project, I was always by myself or just getting like leftovers of whoever didn't have a partner that day.
See, I grew up never having my friends in any of my classes, so I feel that. I feel that personally. So I hated group
And the
projects.
worst part for me was it was the second to last class of the day for me, my sophomore year of high school.
Mm-hmm.
And it was right before my favorite class each day of high school, which was US History 2, because that's where I had a good amount of my friends in.
Hated history. I am not a history person. Not at all. You cannot get me to be a history person.
For me, it depends on what we're learning about. I was always good with US history, but outside of US history, eh.
Really?
Well, coming from someone who took AP European history senior year just to have something look good on my transcript, I failed every test, but I did so good at everything else that I had a solid B the entire year.
Hey, that's not bad. That's not bad at
But I
all.
know the teacher probably regretted having me in his class
Why? What'd you do?
because no, just because I never passed any tests.
But you still passed the class.
But I passed the class because I did great on anything else that he assigned. But when it came to tests, like I don't know, I guess I just wasn't a good test taker at that point of my age anymore.
I'm still not a good test taker at all. I hate taking
And
tests.
speaking of gaming the system, my junior year and my freshman and junior year English teacher, she weighted essays so heavily that if you could write a good essay, you're gonna pass her class with a solid B as well every time. And I was amazing at making an essay. So I passed her class with flying colors despite not reading any of the books we had to read each year.
Oh my gosh.
So
Dawn.
anytime we had a book quiz, like I would fail it, but I just know once that next essay comes up, I'm gonna make up for like 10 of those quizzes.
Oh my god. You are terrible.
Trust me, English was like my Achilles heel in school from 7th till I graduated high school.
Mine was surprisingly math.
Math just depends on what we're doing. Algebra, I'm fine, but if you do geography, not geography,
I was about to say geography. It's
geometry,
not
excuse
math.
me. Geometry, don't ask me to do anything outside of your basic area of a square. Because then you got the ones where like, all right, here's a square with a triangle on top of it, and there's like a rhombus on the side of the square. What's the area like?
Yeah.
The area of what? Which shape?
I hated geometry, but I was good at algebra, surprisingly.
I remember my freshman year of high school, we had to do a geometry project, and I never turned mine in because I never did it.
Project?
Yeah,
You had to do a project in math?
I don't know how that was possible, but I remember not doing it. And my math teacher my freshman year was also one of the tennis coaches. So he asked me on the bus ride home from one of our tennis matches if I ever turned in my project. Like, no, I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. No,
So
I
I
didn't.
took a 0 for it, but I still passed this class with flying colors. I was
Dude.
so I was always like the well-behaved student, but I will have my times each marking period where I didn't turn something in, but I still pass.
Look,
Actually,
how did you do in college?
that's
Were
a
you good in college?
that's
That's a
a
difference.
whole different story.
I was
once
about to say.
once you don't have a teacher to learn to like you for a whole academic year, and
Yeah.
you know that they're being paid to not care about you.
You know what's funny talking about teachers? So, when I was on my cruise, at my very first port that we went to, my algebra teacher was there.
Oh boy.
Like, I was like, what the fuck? Like,
Hmm.
we're leaving our small little town to go to a whole different country,
Hmm.
and I see you over here. I don't want to see you. Like, get out of my face. Like, I'm leaving where I live, so
Hmm.
I don't have to see anyone there. Like, what the heck? Oh, I can't. I can't with that.
It's
Like,
a
such a
it's a small
small
world.
world. Yeah, I was about to say that. It's a very small world. Like, the ironic
Mm.
just to see someone that you know. He wasn't on my cruise ship, luckily, but I was like, oh, what the heck? Oh gosh. It's definitely a small world
It
out there.
is. All right, so I think that's a good spot to end it. Actually,
Yeah.
I'm
That
telling
was a
you,
good.
the ones that turn into like real chatterbugs are the ones that end up hitting the 2 hour mark. Wally was one of them, actually.
Really? Oh,
Yeah, me and
I,
Wally basically just laughed at each other for 2 hours.
I need to watch that podcast. Is it on your Spotify?
Yeah, it's on Spotify.
Okay, I need to watch that one. Look, I feel like those sometimes the ones that you don't expect to be like the chatterbox or the ones like has like the
Yeah.
best podcasts sometimes.
Well, Wally, you have to subtract about 5 minutes for the starting scene, but she may have you beat actually.
Oh no! I'm
You know
sorry,
what?
Wally.
Rachel might have the record now. I think
Oh no!
I think you beat Bean KB actually.
I'm so sorry. Now, everyone, you better not beat mine, or I'm gonna have to come back, and we're gonna have to do this all over again.
We'll have to find other things to talk about now because
I think we'll find something to talk
I'm
about. We
sure
always
we
find
will.
something.
Okay, so feel free to plug in your socials, Twitch, whatever you have.
Go follow me on my Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter at Ocarina of Rachel. I'm live on Twitch every Tuesday and Thursday at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. Currently, I don't know if it'll be the same, but currently I'm playing Twilight Princess. And then afterwards, I will start Limbo, if you know that game. So I'm excited. I'm excited to start that. So come follow me!
All right, so let's do one last shout out for Rachel, if you don't mind, Wally.
Wally. Oh, I beat you by 10 minutes?
Oh!
Oh! Ooh,
So, for
look.
those of you who don't follow Rachel, give her a follow.
Yes, thank you.
Next time
I
she
love
streams, just
everyone.
tell her I sent you.
I love everyone that comes into my chat. I treat everyone equally. I don't care who you are. Unless you're Dawn, and then I'll tell everyone to go ban him.
You know, I thought I would have been banned from someone else's stream yesterday, but it hasn't happened yet.
Oh no. Well, I'm happy it didn't happen.
It's a good thing when you know that you can joke with someone.
Yeah, that's true.
Otherwise, this person would have you can be like
Ban you.
45 times already. I probably would have been banned already at this point if I if we weren't joking with each other.
Oh no.
But anyway, give Rachel a follow, and we are going to end it here. All right, so
Bye.
thank you for being on here, and we will be back. I don't know actually. I had
Uh
to get in touch with the next guest actually.
oh.
So
Well,
yeah,
thank you for having
of
me.
course. All
Bye.
right, now we get to play. All right, who am I gonna raid?
Who are you gonna raid?
Yeah, who am I gonna raid? Let's see. We have someone playing Stray. We have someone playing Stardew Valley.
Stray! I love that game. Who's playing Stray?
My friend Santino, who I met from Orange Coconut and Katie, otherwise known as Chasey. But I think this one has, if I remember correctly, well, right now I have an ad, so let me wait till that's done. But actually, no, wait, by the time I get this done,
Stray is so fun, Dawn. I don't think you played that, but you need to play that game.
I've been told to play that actually.
You need to. It made me cry in the beginning and at the end.
Good, we can rate them. Alright,
You
so
can't.
we're
Okay.
going to rate Santino. Playing Stray, very awesome streamer.
I'm excited. I love Stray.
Yeah, so we'll go from here. Alright, so there's a raid message, and I will see you on the other side. And probably
Bye.
Thursday for my next stream, actually.
Bye, everyone.
See you guys.